With Wolfman coming out soon, let's go through the history of the Wolfman. Now, before Wolfman was even thought of, Universal released the very first full-length werewolf movie back in 1935. That was called Werewolf of London. But then in 1941, Universal released the Wolfman, and he became a part of the Universal Monsters. Now, in this film, a guy named Larry Talbot gets bit in the chest by a werewolf, thus turning him into the Wolfman. Now, after his debut film, Larry Talbot, aka the Wolfman, would show up in various sequels, like the 1943 film Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, then 1944's House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula in 1945, he meets Abbott and Costello in 1948, way in the future in the year 2000 he meets Alvin and the Chipmunks, Wolfman shows back up in 2004 in Van Helsing, in 2010 we got the remake of the Wolfman, and then back in 2014 with the success of the MCU, Universal was planning on putting out what was called the Dark Universe. They had the whole thing set up. Tom Cruise was going to be in The Mummy, Johnny Depp was going to be the Invisible Man, Russell Crowe was going to be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, etc. But then in 2017, The Mummy absolutely flopped and this universe was canceled. But before this was canceled, the big rumor was that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had signed on to play the Wolfman in a Wolfman movie directed by Lee Whannell. But that universe was canceled, so then they were going to just make the Wolfman a standalone film. But then The Rock and Lee Whannell both drop out of the project. In steps Ryan Gosling, he brings in a director, and then they both leave. But now finally, this month, January 17th, Lee Whannell is back, and we are getting Wolfman.